I've recently added a laser engraver in my shop, the 10-watt AlgoLaser DIY kit MK2. I've used it to make a ton of parts and tools to help me build, further my branding with my customers, and straight up make products I sold for a massive profit. It's since found a permanent place in my shop. I have business at heart, and one of the first things I did after assembling this is finding stuff to cut and assemble to sell. Full disclosure, I was sent this laser engraver free from AlgoLaser. This is not a paid sponsorship, and I've not been directed to say anything more than my opinion. Thanks to AlgoLaser for the machine and letting me have full freedom of my video. I've done my best to put it to good use in the past weeks and show how it really performs under my own use cases. Now let's get to cutting wood. After looking through various household items such as napkin holders or items to hold a broom on the wall and other utilities that won't make me much money, I realized that wall art could be a good bet, and it sure was. Mixing traditional woodworking elements with laser cut designs, I'm making some easy to sell wall art items that are almost all profit. So far I have two products that I sell. Both of them I bought templates on Etsy. I'm making $30 for the cat frame and $70 for the Montreal map. The cat frame is a simple cutout. It takes about 20 minutes to cut with my current settings on a backing of 2x1s that I joint and glue up. I then glue the cutout on top. It takes me no more than 15 minutes hands-on to make and gets me $30. I sold many so far, and I plan to add more designs to make bigger ones soon. The total cost for this project is no more than $2 and materials. The paint is acrylic from the dollar store, and 2x1s are very cheap. Plywood is not cheap, but I can make many of those with a $30 4x8 board. The Montreal map was interesting. The file I bought was meant for digital use, but knowing my way around Photoshop, I cleaned it up and got it sharp enough to use on a laser cutter. This item is extremely popular being in the Montreal area. I've had people thinking it was bigger, ready to pay a lot more for a bigger version. I'd have to do it in multiple parts, but I think I'm gonna do it. Now on to actual woodworking. One thing lasers made much easier and safer is making router templates. No more making circles on the bandsaw using jigs to have to sand them perfect before using them on the router table. Now, circle or not, and I'm on the router in minutes making the hardwood version. I've been using it in many projects in the past weeks, and it's always given me great results with my templates. I make them on 1/4-inch plywood, but I'll consider making some in acrylic if I plan to use them over a long time. Using the laser is simple. I use a computer app called Lightburn, which recognizes the laser engraver immediately via USB. For downloaded files, you drag and drop the file in the window, drag to scale, and set two variables, which are laser power and speed of movement. You can use the laser by providing files on the USB drive, which will give you access to a ton of presets for different material types. The OS with the touchscreen has over 50 material types. I've made a really cool IKEA cabinet upgrade in my office entirely cut out from the laser engraver. This 3-drawer upgrade was free to download. I'll include a link in the description where to download it. It was a perfect fit. It gave me a lot more small item storage space than the fabric baskets that come with this originally. I've made a lot more items just trying it out, and I have a lot of plans on how to integrate engraving for branding, design, and other reasons into my projects. Engraving with this machine is super simple. With trial and error on plywood, I can get results that I can recreate on most woods. As for other materials, I use the OS to get me in the ballpark. As this machine can do felt, all the way to harder materials, which I'm sure are all different settings. I wasn't sure if long term I wanted to buy a CNC or a laser engraver, mainly for making router templates. When I saw this offer, I decided to accept it because it fit well into my shop and needs. I'm probably still gonna eventually build a CNC, but how sharp this cuts impressed me. I think it'll greatly improve my options I have to shape wood into pieces in the future, using a router and templates to make chairs, table legs, and other items with interesting shapes. You'll be seeing it in some of my future videos, and might have noticed it already in a few. As a final project for this video, one that will stay in my shop permanently, I'm making a YouTube channel logo sign to put over my sink and help with my branding in my videos. The base is made from pallet wood bench plank that I make and keep to make quick pallet wood benches. I'm cutting the circle as close as I can with the bandsaw, and I'll finish it on the disc sander for a perfect result. I'm using the discarded pieces to center and align the good parts on the circle. I'm proud of how this sign turned out, and I hope you enjoy seeing it in future videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks again to AlgoLaser for providing me with this DIY kit MK2 10-watt model. I left the link in the description where you can get one if you're interested. See you next time.